feel free to look around. We're still not sure what that does. Alex brings in the strangest things. Dr. Breen. He's the administrator of this whole vile business now. He ended the 7 Hours War by managing Earth's surrender. The Combine rewarded him with power. Ozian, don't you? That picture and Alex were all I managed to carry out of Black Mesa. We've almost got that portal working again. But I wouldn't blame you if you didn't volunteer for the next trial run.
The lvls was our first collaborator.
So that was generally what you could look at and have Eli comment on when you're roaming around the lab before the plot happens. Today, we're going with Alex to do the tutorial on the most iconic thing from Half-Life 2, if not Half-Life in general. So talk before...
So I see you've met Dr. Mossman. She's one of the main reasons I spend so much time outside. You should hear her drone on about how it should have been her in the Black Mesa test chamber that
Yeah,
day.
I know. I barely skimmed there with some sort of experience.
I shouldn't be talking behind her back. It just gets a bit claustrophobic down here.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat, whatever excuses makes you sleep better.
We don't go there anymore.
Oh, why wouldn't that be? Well, I'll tell you all about it soon enough.
Come on.
Right. You know, some time ago now, a few days now, I've seen news that said some very important things, but before that...
Alex Vance was not a typical video game heroine at the time of Half-Life 2's release. However, this was not always the case. She originally wore a two-toned bodysuit with knee-high boots and belts with buckles. A few weeks before the E3 reveal, it was decided that she was not a unique character and that she needed to stand out from the crowd. Emergency meetings were held on weekends to try and make her fresh and different. Among the concepts that were considered were giving her glasses or braces and making her a mechanic. The final Alex we have today is a talented hacker, a fighter, and a persistent and determined individual with a kind heart who is willing to get dirty and make do in her fight for freedom.
Thank God we didn't get braces. Oh, yeah. I can't believe there are people who actually like that. It's horrible. It's disgusting. You know, the maintenance and the ease of it getting dirty, to say the least. Do not get your imagination going too far. Right, so the troubling news that I've seen a few days ago was that scientists, or just astronauts, not as if astronauts are not scientists, scientists have found a new asteroid that could potentially endanger
So, here we are.
Earth.
Scrapyard.
Yes, the tutorial arena. Another one. Alright, move, okay. It's the difficulty of these episodes.
My father was talking about. You can call it the 0-point energy field manipulator if you really want to. It's designed
Will
for
you?
handling hazardous materials, but we mainly use it for heavy lifting. Give it a try.
If only we had physics in Half-Life 1, right? And there it is.
The trigger emits a charge. You can punch stuff and send it flying. I
Like
found
this.
it handy for clearing minefields.
However, the second one... Oh no, okay.
The secondary trigger lets you grab things. You can throw them with the primary. Yeah, you can drop it gently by pressing your secondary trigger.
This is true. And if you throw a can of paint hard enough at some surface, it leaves a paint mark, even though the can be sort of reused to do it again, as if it's a sponge and not a can.
Stuff over from a distance.
This is also true. Done. Yes, it is. An Easter egg here too, if you'd bother to pay attention. Come on now. Yeah, if only I could, like, you know, stack barrels. Ah, there we go. No, I almost fell. I would have to do it all again. There it is. There is the Easter egg. HEV suit plate from Half-Life 1. In all its glory. It even has the simpler fonts for simpler times. Right, so what does that commentary note have to say?
Mossman may call it the zero-point energy field manipulator, but almost everyone else calls it the gravity gun. Valve has always made it a point to create the illusion that their worlds are tangible. This was part of the reason why Half-Life 1's crowbar visibly reacted when it struck against a wall, accompanied by the appropriate sounds and leaving a mark on the surface. The gravity gun was designed for the same purpose, allowing the player to use Source's physics system to their advantage. The gravity gun's claim to fame is its ability to pick up almost any small or medium-sized physics object and launch it into an enemy. The heavier the object, the more damage it will do. It allowed players to be creative and draw ammo or medkits to them while hiding behind cover, kill an enemy with a torch, return a grenade to sender, or hold a radiator in front of them as a shield. Giving the player a tool like this opened up possibilities for many different types of mechanics, which heavily influenced the design and gameplay of Half-Life 2, with some of the most well-known showing up in the game's next chapter. Players' responses to the gravity gun over the years have been extremely positive, and as such it became a staple of the episodes that follow Half-Life 2, Episode 1 in particular.
That's pretty much the reason why this thing is the most canonic of all things, and also why Half-Life 2 is essentially as revolutionary as the first game, because it has a gravity gun and it allows you to interact with physics objects on a scale never before seen. So, talking about seeing, there's an asteroid heading our way, and it might just collide with us. So, that would be sort of a news, right? Because when I saw the news, it said, oh, did she just fucking leave? Fantastic. I'm fine with that. Who cares? Women, so impatient, aren't they? Right, so she already went through here, dropped down, and I think she opened up the passage. So here for us. If you paid attention to what she was talking about instead of what the commentary note had to say, you might be able to decipher something. I wasn't. I was paying attention to the commentary note, and I was letting you do the same. Right. So the news headlines saying an asteroid is gonna hit us, essentially, right? To make it a big drama. There's an asteroid heading our way and it's gonna fucking slam us and we'll all be dead. But every article, news article that you see, or you would have seen, talking about it, would immediately disappoint you, as I'm sure we all would love that asteroid to just hit us another day, another week. No, unfortunately, the asteroid is predicted to have a near collision flyby, essentially, to use easy terms, in 70 years. So if you had your hopes up that this horror will end for us all very soon, of course you were wrong.
Now let me call Dog. He loves to play fetch.
And we all love Dog, and we're gonna have a commentary note to talk about this. Also, this episode is very low on music. It's all ambience.
Gordon, this is Dog. My dad built him to protect me when I was a kid.
Right. He just built a robot.
I've been adding to him ever since.
What were you adding? Different limbs?
Okay, Dog.
Robots don't really grow, do they?
You'll need to use the gravity gun.
I'll need to.
Go ahead, Dog. Throw.
Not yet. Well, in the meantime.
Dog is a fan favorite character, and is one of the few characters that have almost no major redesigns after his initial sketch, having essentially jumped straight from his concept art into a final in-game model with only a few recolors.
For
He is
once
based on
they did
classic
something
sci-fi movie
right.
robots, like Robbie from Forbidden Planet. He is visibly made up of parts from various machines, the most recognizable being the Combine City scanner camera that serves as his face. His name suits him well, as his personality, his vocalizations, and his relationship with Alex all display very dog-like qualities. Playing fetch with him is a very fun way to playfully teach the gravity gun's mechanics, while establishing his character.
So we also have a carousel here, as if there was someone in need of it. Oh well, you're not getting that back. Yeah. He's not that good at predicting where you're gonna go, and you can trick him into, you know, missing. But he also sort of plays along. You want to play along, so you just let him throw it in such a way that you'll catch it. I was just moving in a straight line, so that's easy to predict for an AI. There's his ball. A roller mine. Of course, neutered or just like neutralized. Well, pick it up. Also, this is a big issue. I don't know. I think its AI is okay. No, maybe me. The dog's AI, I think, is tracking the mine. See? He almost missed. And then he passes. And, well, good thing there aren't any other players on the field. Otherwise we'd be fucked. Also, there's an achievement for scoring a goal here. But it's really sort of hard because it's having a lot of energy when you punt it around. The ball, that is. Not the score. Ah, there it is. Yes, you didn't tell me who's gonna fetch, did you? No, it wasn't really a good throw. I was stationary, and this is how well he throws. He was doing better with a fucking box. There we go, score. I say it's hard. Ah, well, close. Yeah, like a car. This isn't bigger. Well then. Oh, fine.
Oh my god, what was that? Scanners! Combine sweeping the area!
Sweeping? They're fucking bombing it, and also outright assaulting it, considering they're just shelling us with the head grab. Shells like this. Oh yeah, hunter choppers, maybe don't dilly-dally here. Hunter chopper is not the favorite thing to be shot with. Right, what was I saying?
Alex, do you read?
Alex! Honey,
What's going on in there?
where are you, Alex?
We're in the scrapyard airlock, stuck in a full auto cycle.
Is Gordon still with you?
He's right here.
Good. I want you to
Dad?
Oh shit.
take Gordon out of here. Head for the coast. Do not go through Rafe.
Dad? Dad!
What do you think he just said?
Dog, open the airlock.
Rave? Do not go through a rave cave. Maybe not necessarily through... like, don't take a detour for a party. Just go straight to somewhere. But where to? Where to? Where would we go? Maybe... where should we go? Let's discover, let's uncover this mystery. Let's figure this out. Well, shit. Oh no, now we're stuck with Dog, aren't we?
Gordon, you need to get out of here. I can't leave my father. Dog,
If you say so.
take Gordon to the Raven, then circle around and try to meet up with me. Hurry!
Yeah, take Gordon to Ravenholm tunnels. Don't go to Ravenholm. How could you have possibly done this mistake, woman? So yeah, we're gonna play with Dog now, right? We're gonna be safe. What are you, stupid? We're getting left alone in the worst part of the town. And he's not even saying goodbyes. He's gonna be throwing combined soldiers around, maybe? Maybe not. Well, so here we have some quiet time for ourselves. And I wanted to mention also at the beginning of this episode, where we are having, you know, this little compilation of which you could interact with, Eli says that the only thing he managed to carry out of Black Mesa was the picture of his family and his daughter. Why the fuck was your daughter in Black Mesa, especially at the day of the incident? Well, not like he would know that the incident is gonna happen, but why was your daughter there? I wouldn't know. For drama, maybe. To increase the stakes? Make the stakes higher? If you want to make the stakes higher, just give them marijuana. Right. What's up?
Ravenholm is heavily foreshadowed throughout the chapter Black Mesa East. From the moment the dark hallway is spotted and Alex cryptically remarks that they don't go there anymore, players know exactly where they're headed when this chapter closes. However, Ravenholm was not always to be framed in this fashion. The player was originally to expect Ravenholm to be a sanctuary away from Combine control, only to find that it had gone awry in a most unpleasing way. This idea was obviously abandoned in favor of creating a building tension as the player approached the zombie-infested town.
Hey man, do you wanna play a zombie game? Well, next episode, that's what we're gonna be doing. But also the other thing that I still wanna mention is that, well, I didn't plan that, not quite, but the whole gameplay here, the whole Half-Life 2 playthrough that I planned was sort of in preparation to play Half-Life 1, and to be specific, or more specific, Black Mesa. But I didn't want to start with Black Mesa because... ignore that. I didn't want to play Black Mesa because Black Mesa was not finished. Black Mesa had all the chapters done, other than all the chapters that happen in Zen, including the final boss. So, what good would it be to just play a half-done game? But yes, now, after 9 years of development, Black Mesa and its final chapter Zen has finally been released like a week ago from the date of me creating this episode. So obviously I did not make it in time, far from it, and there's still loads of time that's gonna take me to get to the time where it's gonna be fine for me to play the first game, essentially, or the remake of the first game. But what I think I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna play Black Mesa as a flashback between losing consciousness between games. You'll see what I mean. I'm sure you already do know what I mean, but that's what I mean. And we don't go to Ravenholm anymore. I hope you're enjoying the ambience as much as I do. Ambiance, or as some would say, Beyoncé. He's up. It's late, you should go back to sleep. What an owl guy. You can play with zombie legs too, but not with gravity gun, for some reason, I don't know why. And the echo, listen to the echo of crowbar going through the steel hallways. I'm just punching a meat bag and it's so echoey. Weird. Yes, Ravenholm. We'll get into more Ravenholm soon enough. But to finish this off, yes, Black Mesa has been released with its Zen counterparts, and as soon as I'm gonna be able to play that for the channel, I'm gonna be talking all about remaking games, because that's a topic I could go on forever, which is gonna be terrible because there are gonna be things happening in the game and they'll be distracting me immensely at every step. Well, that didn't go as planned, really. I was planning on using these gas bottles to fight zombies, but now they're wasted. Well, there's still 2 left. It's fine. It's not like this episode. Well, this level is heavy on ammo, let's say. It's not that there is no ammo, but you can easily go by without any. So yes, sorry to disappoint, but our deaths and the end of this rat race we call life is sort of scheduled only in 70 years. Black Mesa has been released in its totality, but it's still kind of not balanced, so it's gonna experience some changes, patches, and I don't know if I'm gonna be experiencing them. And that'll be it for today. We're in Ravenholm, and next time you're gonna learn all about why it took me so long to play Half-Life 2, or any Half-Life really. So, till then, stay tuned and subscribe, cause you need more, and so do I, especially since it's Christmas. We all need some sort of present.